What's up, people? Press 1 in the chat if you can hear me. This thing's all messed up. I don't know. I came up with this brand stuff. I can't even read the chat, but I can say Caminista va fango. I got the beautiful Archangel Michael. Shout out to Apulia. I'm going to play Justice. I got an update on Terrence Caldwell, Matthew Madonna, Stephen Crea, Christopher Londonio case. Just let people get in the room. I don't know how to get back where I can see my chat on this thing. I don't like this stuff. That's why I don't like messing with I don't know why this brought me here. It's ridiculous. But I look at the other thing. Oh, what's up, Fax? Westies, how's it going? Roscoe, James. Press 1 if you can hear me. I don't know if it's even playing or not over here. I want to play this. Justice Tech Pros dropped it like 4 or 5 days ago. All right, he's going to hear me good. What's up, boss lady? Steel City, what's going on? Anthony, Carol, Dante's Farm, how's it going? How's the farm doing? Oh, Jeb's a millionaire. Kin folks, Jeb, move away from here. But basically what there's actually good news with this case. They're going to, the appellate judges, they're going to most likely get their retrial over here. Jeff, what's going on, Eamon? I don't know why I don't like what StreamYards did over here. This is disgusting. But let's basically stand track over here before I smash this computer. But basically, they're going to play this. Hey, look at the setup over here. I like this setup. This thing moves. The coffee's brewing coffee. Dom's waving at everybody with his hair. He's got the nice polo shirt on. But there's good news. These guys are definitely going to get out of jail because they're going to the appellate judges. They're going to go in front of the appellate judges. It's not going to be the same judge. And they're going to see all the information that the defense is going to lay out, especially with the informants on YouTube. So there's a lot of, remember I told you the other day that all the informants on YouTube, what they said on the stand, Rat Squaw, Panisi, what they said on the stand don't match up to what they've been saying on YouTube nowadays. So luckily the defense team's got all that, and it's going to be shown to the judge. They will get a new case. I totally believe they're going to be freed. What's up, Carol, Redzilla, Angela? How's everybody doing? Joff? Can't really see everybody. I don't know I'm going to smash this StreamYard. But let's listen to this. And then after this, I'm going to shut it right down and go back live. And if somebody wants to join or something, more than welcome to join and come up and ask questions or whatever. And I had some like crazy person in the chat. I'll tell you about that later, though.
Dominic Crea, Justice Tech Pros podcast. Hope you enjoyed the new studio.
Good news.
I'm actually very pleased the way it came out. I couldn't ask
make sure you share this
for it to come out better. I worked with the designer on different ideas I had and how I wanted to look, and she far surpassed my what I had envisioned anyway. And if you notice, if you look around, we got some moving objects. We got some steaming coffee on the desks of both sides, on the defense and on the prosecution. We got some lights going on. We got the scales of justice that are moving up and down as you watch. And also I got my We Push Back poster right behind the...
yeah, look, you can see the steam. But first, coffee coming right out of the thing. It's a pretty cool setup.
Bench there. And I got the Justice Tech Pros podcast emblem right in front of the bench. So I'm very pleased. I really like the way it came out. I think it adds a nice level of creativity, interactiveness. Today's not really a full episode. Today's
I think it does also. It's better than just seeing the JTP or the We Push Back thing up here. You know, people got to see more. They could see this little computer Dominic over here and the whole little court. It's pretty cool. What's up, Cromel?
Cool, pretty much just an update episode. So today we're going to give the update on the case of the United States versus Matthew Madonna, Stephen Crea, Terrence Caldwell, and Christopher Londonio. Right now, as people are aware, we're in the appellate phase of this case, and the date to file the brief for the appeal is March 6th, so it's pretty much around the corner. And
And they're definitely going to get this appeal. It's going to go through without a doubt. 3 judges. There's no sound. Really, no sound. What the fuck? I don't know what's up with these StreamYards. Should be smashed into obliterants. So you can't hear me. Everybody else can hear me. All right, they said they hear it.
And what I wanted to add was a little bit of positive news for the defense team. Normally, when you do the appeal, they give you the brief is the main
and like I said, 3 judges hear this, and they're getting a new trial without a doubt.
Portion that you're going to be submitting, and you have an allocation of, I believe, 15,000 words. So that's the most words you could use to tie up your brief. And if you have other defendants, they will submit their briefs based on their client. So each defense team will be submitting.
Make sure if you came in, hit that like button. This ain't a bordello. Please hit the like button.
A 15,000 word brief, basically. But the pleasant surprise was, if those who've been following the case remember, we had submitted a Rule 33. And as I explained back then, we didn't really submit the Rule 33 in any anticipation that we were going to get relief on the district level, only because of past decisions.
But they did.
The reason why we did it was more to allow us to elaborate on it on the appellate level. Now, normally you have to condense that information, and we would have to condense the Rule 33 with the entire brief. So we would have to cover all the issues at trial and condense the Rule 33 into those 15,000 words. Well, counsel wanted to submit to the appellate board to get permission to actually submit a separate brief strictly for the Rule 33. And that, folks, really has a lot to do with all these podcasts. So we were hoping we would get approved for that, because we have a lot to elaborate on. There was a lot of podcasts mentioned in our.
Yeah, there was a lot of, like I said, all these stoolies talking on the internet. It only helped these guys. That's all. And they should be free.
In our Rule 33, a lot of different players, and we have to somewhat lay things out so they understand, get a full picture. Long story short, we received the approval of the brief.
Nice.
And that was actually very good, because the attorneys were not expecting that. They thought we would have to file one and condense it into that portion. So we got permission. The appellate board approved to allow us to submit a Rule 33 brief as a separate brief, but in tandem with the appellate, with the entire appeal. Therefore, and this has a 14,000 word cap on it. So it's actually a tremendous win. Some may not really understand exactly what that brings to the table, but
and that would be me. I'm a little dumb when it comes to all this court stuff, but I know it's good news. And when those appellate judges see that stuff, they're going to see the contradictions that were on the stand, and then these guys going on YouTube channels saying, contradicting everything. So that's got to help, and these guys will get a new case, and they will win that case without a doubt. And then all them dirtbags gonna go back on the stand again. They're gonna get tripped up, real tripped up. Oh, calm as a son of a bee. Don't worry, and God don't sleep.
But as I laid out, it's a big win, because that told the whole defense team that the appellate board, when they were reviewing the initial submission and they saw that we wanted to also have them review the Rule 33 argument where it relates to the appeal, for them to allow that tells us all they really want to hear the whole story.
Yeah, they're interested.
They want to hear exactly what happened from beginning to end, and all the way up to currently what's happening, which includes the podcast. So it's a nice win for the defense team. That gives us a heads up that at least the appellate board.
How you doing, Grind? Said some prayers for you. Kept you in my prayers.
seems to be looking at this with fresh eyes, unbiased eyes, and they want to
That's
understand.
what we need. Fresh eyes and unbiased eyes. In my opinion, I will say Judge Seibel was very close with the prosecution. They were much more they were much more in favor of the prosecution. That's my opinion of this of the trial.
The entire case, from beginning to end to current situation, anything that took place, including things that came to light after the fact, which was the Rule 33, newly discovered evidence, which was the podcast of a lot of these informants going on.
Yep, the
So
podcast.
now,
I remember I told this story the other day about I think about a year ago. Me and JTP over here were doing a stream together, and I was ranting and raving. I'm like, I wish these stollies would be off the internet. And he's like, no, it's actually good that they're on the internet talking like this because with them keep talking, it lets people see them for what they are, and also things like this. Now they put their foot in their mouth, and hopefully these men can go free.
now we have a separate brief for that, which is going to allow us to elaborate strictly on the elements of that argument, all relating to the podcast, the conflicting stories, the change of stories, the inaccurate information, the change of tale from when
That's a good point, Faye, and you're right. That should have happened in the first one. What's up, Grant? Yeah, they will. I really believe they will. I believe it with all my heart that those guys will come home, without a doubt. Like I said, these judges look at all this stuff and they see the contradictions of these informants. Well, rat bastards, forget about it.
it was in front of the grand
And
jury.
after this, after I stream this, I'm gonna shut it down because I don't want this to get lost in translation. And I'm gonna do a live stream, and I'm gonna, if people want to join, ask questions, whatever, and I'll tell you about some funny things that went on in the chat today.
To when they went on the podcast tour of fame.
The podcast tour of fame.
So it's again, it's a positive thing. It's a positive thing. It was something we weren't expecting. I guess maybe because we got so many things denied. So it was good news.
And they deserve that. I'm happy for the Crea family, the Caldwell family, the Londonio, and the Madonna family. I'm happy for these people, finally. What's up, Trap City? Teresa, Maureen, Assassino, Billy the Kid. How you doing?
Just wanted to give that quick update. Stay tuned as I get different updates that I could share publicly. I'll continue to do that. One thing I should have the transcript.
This is going to be good. Listen.
For the Frank Pesqua hearing, which I hired somebody to read that, with the courts in session episode.
I can't wait for the next courts in session episode. That's going to be great. That's going to be Rat Squa's transcripts. Oh, that's going to be great.
Next courts in session will be the Frank Pesqua hearing transcript, and that should be in about a week or two. It should be ready.
Good.
And then I'll put that together and have it done. And I think people are going to enjoy that, enjoy hearing this line informant represent himself. Again, I have a lot of commentary on it, but I'm just going to let it speak for itself. I'll set it up
and then I will play it and do my commentary on it.
The courts in session, and then you guys will be in the courtroom and you'll be able to hear it play out. And the advantage now is you're in the courtroom while looking at a courtroom, right? So it'll be almost as if they have an audio player going. And I look forward to that episode, and I have a lot of projects planned, a lot going on.
I put the We Push Back YouTube channel. Basically, that's it. I just wanted to just stream that part of it. Make sure I put the Justice Tech Pros channel and the We Push Back YouTube channel link in the description. I'm going to end the stream and go back up in 15 minutes and tell you some funny stuff. I had some insane person. I'll even show you it in my chat talking like ridiculous. You'll get a few giggles out of it. Yes, famous old Rat Squaw. The real creep. I don't know. This thing put me on a Brandon thing. It's weird. I don't know. Hold on. Let me just end this because this thing's all out of whack. But I'll be back up in a few minutes. What's up, Fantasy Law? Yeah, good things are going to happen, buddy. For sure. These guys are going to come home. All right, God bless everybody. Check the links in the description and sub to those channels. Be back in 5, maybe 15.